Hello, this is Cookies, and I've got turn 126 of EA Vanheim in the Charlama game, and I'm coming back to re-record this one because I wasn't super happy with the previous recording, so I just thought I'd tackle this one again. So there's a few things that happened this turn, so let's go ahead and dive into them. We went ahead and cast Carrion Reanimation, Astral Window, Transmute Fire, got some gold. We did a Tartarian Gate, which we can go check out. I forget exactly which one it was. Did we cast Gift of Reason? No, we didn't. So we didn't get a proper new one, but we did. Oh, maybe he came in as a commander? Maybe it's this guy. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive into the few fights that there were. It was a pretty quiet turn, but we did have a couple of assassinations. So we've got this guy, we've got Gorm, the double flesh eaters, a LLP, Black Heart, Ranger's Cloak, so he has 95 stealth, and a hat. Against a bunch of Draconians. Alright. Next up we have a Flame Spirit. And there might be some replay bugs involved here. So I'll go ahead and check back through the reports. We've got this Flame Spirit. It's got a full kit, it looks like. Rune Smasher, Flame Helmet. So a bunch of MR gear, a bunch of pen gear. So casting Fire Elemental though, which could be bad. As a reminder, the kit on this guy, he's got a Heartfinder sword, a Mangosh appearing, so he's up at 36 defense. A Dragon Helmet, a Robe of the Shadows, so he's ethereal and has a plus 20 stealth boost, so he's at 85. And then the same Blackheart LLP setup. But, notably, he only has 10 fire resist, and this fire elemental does an 18 damage AoE 1 flame strike. That's armor piercing. So I think, what is that? Like 8 AP damage against 6 protection is definitely going to do damage. And the assassin goes down. I believe that's how it actually went as well. Yep, so he died there, one there. And then we had 2 fights between TNN and Atlantis. First one in the Shadow Sea. Alright, so here we have a whole bunch of trolls led by the Sea King and this She-Lord and a few Vine Ogres. But against them, there's a couple of monster fish. There's this guy, who's an Earth 5 mage with a bunch of water gems. We have a whole bunch of water mages that do not have water gems, but presumably can Frozen Heart like crazy. Or liquefy. And then we have a whole bunch of Wraith Lords. So let's go ahead and see how this one goes. So we have Friendly Currents by the Sea King. These monster fish have 243 HP and a pretty nasty swallow attack. You need very high defense to dodge the monster fish. They have this much HP because of Gift of Health. Oh, and I missed this guy when I was going through it. But there's another Basalt King here. There's this guy. He's an absolute unit. He's been running around for ages. 172 kills, 4 experience stars, massive stats across the board, especially on MR. So we'll have to kill him in battle. Not sure if there's any reasonable way to mind hunt this guy. He's got regen, Earth 4, Water 2, Fire 2. He's got a full kit. So very scary. So they're finally killing off the monster fish. I think there's just too many thugs here. So there's also a lot of fear effects here as well, and you can see that with the early route. This guy's got a fear 5 effect. All of these guys have a fear 8 effect. So a lot of fear across the board. They do kill the Sea King in this replay. Do they actually kill it? They do. So all TNN gets to kill is the 2 monster fishes. This is, I think, about 26 water gems, but loses the Sea King and a bunch of trolls. So probably like 6 nature gems worth and maybe like 50 water gems worth. And plus whatever gear was on the Sea King. So definitely a victory for Atlantis. And here we've got a golem from Tirnanog moving in on this fort. Does have an armor of virtue, so he'll return on damage. But there's not really anything inside except this Marrow Druid. So this guy's just going to make himself ethereal, put on an astral shield, and attempt to punch everything to death. He's got a frost brand. Also has awe. The slowest death possible. 29 damage frost brand, but it only does 8. Only has 8 attacks, so realistically it's the small area cold effect, which is 12 armor piercing. There we go. So the golem takes it. So TNN's up a fort, down a small army. We get some death gems, some nature gems, and we patrol out a scout. And we have some troops starving. Alright, so let's kind of go over this turn. First things first is, I think this is the first turn where the new sub really gets to start putting their mark on stuff. We can already see the change in strategy. So what they've started doing is consolidating forces more into actual armies. So we can see consolidations here, here. We see a little bit more recruitment happening. And a little bit less just freestyle Wraith Lord raiding. So that's one change. But we'll have to see what else changes. In terms of what we're doing, we're throwing up some wizard towers to protect some gems. So some magic phase forts. We have a lot of unforted gems, and it's a lot of gem income. So we're going to focus on that. We're also getting 2 Tartarians. We're doing transmute fire so that we can put labs and temples in those new forts. So there's this guy doing it. We're doing 2 tarts. And I guess we're cloud trapezing. Oh, and I guess also we're getting a golem. I thought we were doing 3 forts, but I'm having trouble finding the casters for it. But I'd just keep an eye out. There's probably some new forts that are about to pop up. So yeah, I don't know where they went. But yeah, and then the other thing is we're going to get a golem. We're going to put our soul contract on it. So the golem is strong enough that it should survive Armageddon. It's also mindless, so theoretically it won't get attacked by horrors from the soul contract. What this means is, as long as this golem is alive, we will get a devil every turn for the rest of the game. And this is something that, it's very expensive, but it is something that we can scale to just get more and more. I think initially the goal was maybe like 4 or 5, so we could get a raiding party every few turns. And then eventually I'm going to want to expand this to about 10 golems. Oh, here's one of the other forts. We got a 3 red seconds going up on 9. So we're going to fort these 6 gems. This wizard's tower is going on 224. So we're going to fort up these 2, 4, 6 gems. And is there another fort going up? Maybe I just can't find it. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. Not a whole lot happening this turn, but we are starting to do some interesting scaling for our late game. So we've doubled our production of Tartarians. We're putting up more forts to secure our gem income, and we've started scaling our Devil Factory, which is our way of preserving our blood income into the future, including a future where we might not be able to blood hunt. So that's kind of what we're setting up, and I'll see you in the next one in turn 127. Have a good one.